and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole and here on Wee Mama I do lots of motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning and organisational kind of videos. If you like those kind of videos, I'd love it if you could stick around and subscribe. Today's video is going to be my 30 to 32 week update. Quite a few things have happened since I think I did my last update. I am currently 32 weeks today. This is my second pregnancy. I've already got a 19-month-old little boy called Dietary, and this is already quite a different experience to my first, I'd say. So a few little things have happened in the past couple of weeks, mainly yesterday, but I'll get into that in a minute. So first up, I thought I would just say that from the app that I'm following, which is Ovia Pregnancy, my baby should now be around the size of a Florida pomelo. I don't quite know what a pomelo is. I think it's like a really big orange, I want to say. Like a massive orange. The baby should be weighing at least over 2 pounds now. And I'll get to that in a minute because I don't think my baby is quite there yet. According to the app, this baby should also be starting to show like electrical activity, which makes me think of Stranger Things. Don't know why. They can now control their lungs and they have fingers and toenails. So aside from baby, I'll explain more about baby in a minute. Over the last couple of weeks, because I'm doing these a bit sporadically, these updates, just because I'm in lockdown with like my little boy, it's just a little bit of a nightmare to try and get to actually sit down and film one of these videos. I literally have like an hour, 2 hour gap, which I can sit down and film, and it's just proven to be really difficult. So over the last couple of weeks, I have really started to like lose my appetite again. This happened in the beginning of my pregnancy with my morning sickness. I've just really not had a good eating habits. I'm a vegetarian and I completely go off vegetables, which is not ideal. So the other thing that is kind of just making me a bit uneasy is that I obviously really wanted like a water birth. I didn't get to do that the first time, and now if things don't go to plan, if it is in breech, then I'm going to have to probably look into having a planned C-section, which I'm really just hoping that this baby turns around by 36 weeks. So yeah, so now I've got a scan at 34 weeks, 36 weeks and 38 weeks. So 3 more scans. I'm just thinking of the positives that I get to see my baby 3 more times. So some other things that have been happening, and also, as you can probably tell, I'm so out of breath. Even though this baby and my bump isn't that big, like they are pushing everything, cramping everything in, and I'm just so out of breath just walking across the landing. I have just had to go and open the door for a parcel and my front door is there and I am so out of breath. Aside from being out of breath, I've also experienced what I am going to say is Braxton Hicks. I don't really think I experienced it really with my previous pregnancy. I remember having little shooting pains. I'm still getting lots of those little like shooting niggles that can be really uncomfortable. But the other day we went out for a drive and I was sat down in the car and this one hurt so much, or my belly tightened and I had to like lift myself up off the car seat. I had my seatbelt on. I remember like grabbing onto the window and being like, oh, that really hurt. My husband, Matt, is driving and he's starting to get really freaked out, like start to pull over like, oh my God, are you going into labour? I think I really freaked him out, but it just came out of nowhere and it was really quite painful. So I think that was possibly a Braxton Hicks contraction, maybe, who knows. I have not been sleeping very well at all lately. I'm sleeping in our spare room most nights at the moment because I just cannot get to sleep. Even though I'm really tired, I get into bed and I get comfortable, and then as soon as all the lights go out, my husband starts to fall asleep. I'm just all of a sudden hyper aware that I'm uncomfortable. Doesn't matter which way I lie, I'm starting to get really uncomfortable lying on my side, and I just start to get really restless legs. I had this with my first baby, but it was just one leg. If I had a hot bath, it would just disappear. So I'd have a hot bath for 10 minutes, get back into bed, and it would be fine. This time around, it is both legs, and it's also in like the back of my legs and my ankles. So I will just be lying, drifting off, and my legs just get aware of like the blanket being on them, the blanket being off, my husband like brushing past them, and they just start to like flip out, and it's so frustrating. so frustrating. And in the end I have to like get up, have icy cold water to drink, and then get straight into bed in like the spare room. So I haven't been sleeping in like my actual bed for probably about 3 weeks now. Aside from like cold water in the middle of the night to stop my leg cramps, the only thing that I can really drink is juice. I hate juice, like squash. And during this pregnancy, I've really struggled to drink water, like lots of water. I don't really drink much else. I only really drink water, tea and coffee. I'm not really into fizzy drinks or juice or squash. And yeah, since being pregnant, I've just not been able to stomach water. If I drink lots of water, I get very sick and end up having like morning sickness all over again. So the only thing that I've been able to really drink is juice. So it's just like flavoured water, like fruit juice, and it's the only thing that's making me keep drinking water to keep it down. Also, the other day I had such a bad leg cramp. I woke up with it, my husband went back to work, his alarm went, and I think I just rolled over too quickly, and I had a proper cramp going all the way down the back of my leg. And when I moved it, obviously I was like half asleep, it was probably about 5:30 in the morning, my leg just flipped out, and it was so painful and like woke me up. So I had to like straighten my leg out, and finally the cramp disappeared. But all throughout the day then, it felt like I had been to the gym. Like I'd had all this ache at the back of my leg from this cramp. It was horrible. As I am now 32 weeks, I have started to pack my hospital bag, which I'm really excited about, kind of. I started to pack it, just getting everything ready. I've ordered a lot of things off of Amazon. Before, with my first little baby, it was easy because I just walked across the road to Primark, and Boots, and just got everything. Now I'm in the countryside, and at the time when I started buying things, nothing was open. We weren't allowed anyway. So the majority of my hospital bag and baby's items have all been bought online. So I'm going to film those soon, but I'm still waiting on quite a few items. So that's really exciting. So I was getting really excited folding out all the baby onesies the other day, and now I can't even look at them because I keep thinking that if I am going to have a planned like an elective C-section, I'm going to have to repack it all, because I'm probably going to be in hospital for a lot longer than what I would be if I was just doing it naturally. I also now have handed in my letter to work to start maternity leave, which is really strange. I have asked that I just start from the 1st of August. We've got some family things planned the first 2 weeks of August anyway as a holiday, so I've just decided to go off from the 1st. My mum will be coming, like I said, the end of August, so we're just going to prepare really. I am still furloughed, so it's really strange. I'm just not going to be going back to work. I finished work end of March and I'm just not going back, so that's quite sad. We are now halfway through July, so I technically start in 2 weeks, which is crazy. Other things that have been happening, I am, even though like I mentioned before, I'm still like measuring quite small, I am still really struggling. I think it's just because I've already got a baby, whereas last time I obviously didn't have the baby. So I've just found it, like everything is just such an effort. Helping to like pick up toys at the end of the night, just showering, waking up in the morning, like coming downstairs, I just feel so tired. And also that my husband has now gone back to work, so I'm 32 weeks pregnant and on your own with a 19-month-old with no help, nothing is open. It's been a struggle. And like I'm also like kind of struggling to carry him. I shouldn't really be doing that so much now, but you know, I still carry him like up and down the stairs in the morning, and obviously at night I still rock him to sleep sometimes in the rocking chair and put him in bed, and I'm not being able to do that anymore, like lifting him over into the crib. So that's quite sad. Like lifting him out of the bath, in the bath, it's just starting to get a bit hard work now. So it's going to be even harder in a few weeks when I start to reach the end of this pregnancy. Along with small bump, I'm still starting to get a few little stretch marks. I've always kind of had them anyway. They're not really a big deal to me. I don't really show my belly off anyway. And you know, I just kind of see it as, you know, I've grown two babies. You know, I'm not really that bothered, but yeah, I'm starting to get a few little silvery ones, and baby is all quite down low. Like I've noticed that it started to go a bit hard on top, but for the most part it's all just down in my belly that was already there, so I haven't really got that much of a bump. And last but not least, the other weird thing that I've kind of noticed is that I've got this weird piece of hair. Like, it's really grown now because we're in July, but at the start of lockdown, this hair was probably up to around there. It was tiny and it just stood up. I've just been looking into it on Google, and it's just baby hairs. Apparently, you know, some women get like hair loss. I don't tend to get hair loss, which I'm very thankful for, but I've never noticed it with my other baby. But I've also got another one over here somewhere as well, where the hair has just started to grow so fast and long. I can't find it now, but I've got another one and it literally hangs. Can't find it, but I've got another one, and they just stick up when I get out of the shower. They just stick up. Can you see? So that's been fun. I can't wait for hairdressers to finally reopen whenever they do. So I think that is the end of this update. Sorry, it was quite a long one. You know, I've had quite a few appointments and things, so I have had quite a few things to update. And now, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the end of July now, when I'm going to have this other scan at the hospital. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this baby is going to turn around, because I really do not want a C-section. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you could give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment. I would love to read your comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!